Teachers, this is Natalie Torres. There is a really awesome feature that Google Hangout, Meet, whatever this is, can do to help our second language families understand the orientations that we'll be giving next week. So I wanted to show you what those were. I'm going to show you two different ways. One is being the parent, and one is how this can help you as the teacher. So as the parent, as you can see, as the teacher, we are speaking in English, and so our second language families have a very difficult time understanding what is going on. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this is something that the parent has to do on their own in their portal. So as the parent, I need to turn on my closed captions, first of all, so that I can see everything that is being said. Now, as a parent who speaks a second language, English isn't going to help me. So I'm going to show you how the parents can translate their pages. So if I go into my chat box, or actually if I right-click anywhere, you'll see here, after I right-click, it says Translate. So when I click on Translate, first it's going to give me Spanish, but if I click on these three dots up here, I can choose another language. So whether our families speak Vietnamese or Chinese or any other language, they can choose a language for everything to be translated to. I'm going to leave it on Spanish for now, since that is what the majority of our families speak. And when I click Done, as you can see, everything that I'm saying is being translated there at the bottom. All of the closed captioning is being translated to Spanish, so the parents can at least read what is being said in Spanish. Now, it's not 100% accurate because the program likes to pick up what it thinks you're saying, so at least it's a start, it's something. Another thing that would be awesome for the families is when they go into the chat box, everything in here is now translated into Spanish. So when I go into chat, as the family member, I can type to you in my language, whether it be Spanish or whatever it is, and ask you questions so that I can participate in the meeting too. Now, this is where your part comes in. So if I, as the teacher, if you don't speak a second language, you're not going to understand the question that is being asked of you if it's being typed in a different language. So as the teacher, I'm going to show you what I need to do next. Now, first of all, if I right-click, if you notice, this translate button is now grayed out. For whatever reason, it doesn't let you take off the translation once you're in there. So if you translate your Google Meet to something and you want to stop translating it just to play around, you have to X out or close out of the meeting in order to get it to go back to its normal settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of this family practice meet, and I have another meet set up. So I'm going to close this one out. And now in my practice teacher one, I'm going to show you what you should do as the teacher. So when you right click and you do translate, you don't want it to have to say Spanish. You want it to say English and English. That way, hold on, let me fix it. That way, when a family types to you in the chat box in their language, it'll come to you in English. And then if they have their translations on their end, when you type to them in English, it will translate to them on their end in the language that they have chosen. So the one thing that I will say about this is Isabel and I are working hard to train the families on how to do this on their end, how to translate the orientations for themselves. So once everybody has their Chromebooks, this will be much easier to do. So I hope you like this little tip. It's going to be invaluable for these families to understand what is going on. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for listening.